My hunt for stories led me to one of the most peaceful villages I've ever been to, Washington. And in the heart of it is Ethel Park, which is essentially like a greenery and floral wonderland all wrapped up into one. And while I was taking in all of the beauty, I actually ended up running into Dennis Anderson, the man behind the park's garden. So I sat him down and I just asked him, "What's your story?"
Well, I'd always been a gardener. Even my mother was a great gardener, and I was just picked a lot of things up from her, and I've always been interested in that. So it just fell naturally.
Meet Dennis Anderson, the quiet force behind the garden, designing, planting, and nurturing it into what it is today. And while volunteers pitch in from time to time, he leads one plant at a time. But he tells me gardening wasn't always the plan.
I was a aircraft maintenance officer. Spent 4 years or 3 years in Illinois in the maintenance school, and then went to Thailand for about a year and 3 months, right when the Vietnam War was winding down.
He graduated in '67, knowing a draft number could change everything.
That was always hanging over our head.
Yeah.
As soon as you got out
What
of
was that
college.
culture like at that time?
Well, you were a number, and if your number was up, if you weren't going to college, you didn't have a deferment, you were going to get drafted.
Originally from Illinois, Dennis headed to California after his service, working various jobs before rediscovering the passion that had taken root in childhood.
This whole area in here is a lot of native plants in here, which, and that'll be blooming soon.
He and his partner moved to Louisiana 30 years ago. Since then, he's made the garden a living canvas.
And then my partner and I met in 72, and then after we retired, we moved here.
But even in retirement, Dennis never stopped creating.
Once you have the creativity spark, I mean, it doesn't die. Creating things is very gratifying. When you can stand back, finish a garden, or do a project in the garden, stand back and look at it. It's really it gives you a good feeling.
Dennis says it's not just about stopping to smell the roses. Sometimes you got to plant them. And look, I want to tell stories in your parish. You guys know it by now. Reach out using my contact information on the screen and scan that QR code to see more people sharing their stories. In St. Landry Parish, I'm Joshua Moten with KATC TV3.